Struth, mate, we're back.
G'day.
Indeed.
How are you?
Well, toast me a wallaby. We're in the land of the jolly swagman.
Dear Lord.
It's all right. It will sound Welsh in a minute.
Or Scottish or whatever.
Okay, the kangaroo. Right.
I mean, if you got Irish, it would probably be half right at least. But,
Well. So, today, we are looking at Fiery Coconut Chilli Sauce from Byron Bay Chilli Company. Can you guess where it's made yet?
Can you tell what it is yet?
So yeah, from the land of Oz.
Yeah, like we were very...
They've got a wizard and everything. It's brilliant, man.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, yellow brick roads. And, so this we got from young Matt Tangent.
We did indeed, yeah. We met up with him at the Middlesex Chili Festival in May.
Indeed.
And helped out with dealing some pain out to some individuals who felt that they wanted to take on a chili eating competition.
Indeed.
And yeah, whilst we were there, we were lucky enough to have a bottle of this given to us, which was very kind.
We're just looking. I'm just seeing if he's got it on the. Yes, he does. He does indeed. Right. Just wanted to make sure that I'm looking at the right website for this one, because obviously Mr. Tangent is involved in not only the sort of sauce, AussieHotSauces.com, that he ran, I don't know if he's still running it or whether he's amalgamated it now, but he also is one of the people behind League of Fire.
Indeed.
So I've just checked the League of Fire site, and this is on there. So leagueoffire.com is where you will need to go to purchase this particular sauce.
But yeah, hold that up to the camera, because that's not just...
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot happening in that. You can see all the little flecks of colour.
There's an awful lot going on in there, which is kind of making me a little bit scared. Just a bit. Now then, stick my work glasses on. Right, so in here we have sugar, coconut, 27%. It's a lot of coconut.
Oh, that's a lot of coconut, yeah.
That's about that much. Cider vinegar, but it's Australia, there had to be alcohol in there somewhere, didn't there? Water, nampla, also known, well, it's Australia, they're a bit more straightforward. Fish sauce, which has got water, anchovy, salt and sugar in it. Now then, cayenne chili.
So nice, something that's got a little bit of bite to it, but not crazy hot.
Nice flavour, cayenne. Cornstarch, that'd be your thickener. Curry powder, 2%.
So now we know that we're heading down a little bit of a
Little
curry
bit of
route with this, aren't we? Yeah.
Sort of coconut, curry, got some fish sauce in there. I'm definitely getting Asian inspired, definitely. Some garlic, ginger, coriander and salt.
So there's a good range of stuff in there. Now I'm intrigued because it looks like it's going to have some texture to it with all of those goodies floating around.
Certainly does. It certainly does. Now, I was with Matt the whole weekend for the Middlesex Chili Festival, And I can tell you now, he was probably selling 3 bottles of this for 1 bottle of everything else.
It was popular, definitely popular.
Yeah, it was flying out, absolutely flying out. So,
I think it's a nice sort of, if you think about the group of flavours, sort of, oh look, here comes our newest member of the family.
The renewer.
Yeah, come on, Hibbernu. So unfortunately,
It's got some awards,
yes.
I think.
Fortunately, young Mog is sadly no longer with us. However, sad times. But we have a lovely little Hibber who is 10 months old.
Yes.
She was 10 months old yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
And she'll be taking over and disrupting as many videos as she possibly can. Back to sauce though.
It's just what cats do. So, I'm not sure whether it's this particular sauce, but Byron Bay Chilli Company. Great Taste Award. Grand Prize Scovie winner. Oh, blimey cat, what are you doing? Best Louisiana style hot sauce. Well, obviously not that. And best range of chili sauces. So they're no stranger to picking up a bit of the old silverware.
No, definitely not.
Out there, and that's always a good sign. It's always a good sign.
So description for this, so it's an Australian original with international inspiration. The Byron Bay Fiery Coconut Chilli Sauce marries curry spices, fish sauces and chilies for some satisfying heat and an intense exotic flavour that's surprisingly at home with however you choose to use it.
Now I'm just looking here. It did say something about being a percentage of ingredients which are Australian.
From at least 82% Australian ingredients.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
So, is this going to bring the thunder from down under?
Let's find out.
The next morning, yeah.
So while Alex is giving that a good shake, we will of course be using our Chase the Heat mother of pearl tasting spoons.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful spoons. Which, do you know what?
Remember,
These come out to festivals with us, don't they now? Because it does not mess with what you're trying.
don't taint your sauce, Bruce. So, yeah, let's struggle. Struggle is real.
Okay, well, first video you did really well. With the opening. I think that's got to be another 10 for either opening, don't you?
I do.
Actually, no, struggling with the cap bit, but that's more you than...
No, the tie bit was just underneath the lid.
Okay.
So,
Oh dear.
I mean, it's fine. I can probably just brute force and ignorance and get it off. There we go. Right. Okay.
Now that's different to the aroma I was expecting.
Yeah.
That's actually, I was expecting something which almost, I guess, had a hint of satay sauce aroma to it, was what I was thinking.
Well, I was thinking that I was going to smell something like somebody put a Bounty up my nose or something, but
it's actually...
But there's a lot more going on there.
Quite vinegar forward in the aroma. Almost like a little hint of like a Worcester sauce.
I think,
kind of
that
aroma
will be
isn't it?
coming through from the fish sauce.
The fish sauce and the cider vinegar, I think, isn't it, is where we're getting that from. But it's a really interesting colour as well. It looks very thick.
So, yeah, this is... Ooh.
Oh, that's a chunky boy.
That's got some goodies in it. Oh,
That's got a good. It's got a good pour on it, hasn't it? It's quite. I mean, it's very glossy. Really, really glossy sauce, but you can see how that's sitting quite proud on the spoon, and that's down to stuff.
cornstarch in this case.
No, no, no. I think it's actually things in it.
Yeah.
Let's have a. Yeah, the fish sauce aroma comes through, doesn't it? Quite a lot more. You're starting to get that hint of the curry, the ginger, a little hint of coriander. Let's give it a go.
Cheers.
Cheers. That got you at the back of the throat, didn't it? It sneakied up on me as well. So, first thing that comes through to me is the sweetness. Really, really sweet. And I was sitting there going, you know, there is sugar in this. It's quite high up in the ingredients list. In fact, it is the first ingredient. In fact,
Yeah.
the coconut. Getting a little hint of the coconut. It's not as coconutty as I thought it was going to be.
No.
It's there when you can get it, and it comes through more at the end with it. You know, you've got that sort of sharpness of the cider vinegar, but it's not a harsh vinegar like a malt vinegar can be. And then you start to get the flavour of the spices. Then kind of about halfway through, there's that little kick of cayenne that you could sort of feel it. As you were tasting it, you could feel like your mouth warming. But I got a hit right there.
Yeah.
And it just suddenly went, pew, like a very sharp, sudden sort of hit to the throat. Big warmth, and now I've just got this little warmth here. But I've still got the flavours developing. There is definitely a caramel flavour there coming through with that.
This is interesting. Okay, now, what I pictured in my mind was almost like desiccated coconut in the sauce. Okay.
Yeah.
And when I saw that there's 27% coconut in there, I was really quite surprised not to actually see it.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
was
now obviously the coconut's been ground into a powder, and that's part of what, you know, gives the sauce thickness.
yeah.
But the coconut is nowhere near as forward as I thought it
No.
might have been.
It's there. And there's definitely the balance is there with it. I think, you know, the spices and the sweetness and then the cayenne kind of come ahead of that, and the coconut is kind of towards the back of the flavour, but it's there.
So I'm getting the fish sauce. It's a little bit similar to Worcester sauce in that kind of note of flavour.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as forward as Worcester sauce. Now, Nampla or fish sauce, it's one of those things that until it goes in a dish, it can be quite overpowering.
Yeah.
You know, a little goes a long way with fish sauce. You're definitely getting sweetness. Got that little curry note to it as well. And the cornstarch, and what I'm guessing is probably also the coconut, gives it quite an interesting texture. I mean, there's loads of little goodies in there. You've got seeds, you've got little bits of stuff. You know, there's a lot going on there. But it's got a nice, what I would say, basteable quality to the sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. With the quantity of sugar that's in there, and I think, you know, it's one of those ones as well. If you heat it, I think a lot of the flavours will also start to develop more as well. So if you're using it brushed on, you know, like a nice meaty fish, chicken, I think it would work well on red meats.
Maybe not red meat, but yeah, definitely pork, chicken, fish. You could do almost a kind of satay-esque thing with vegetables.
Yeah.
With it, and you know, you just put it on, stick it on the barbecue, throw it on the barbie.
Yeah.
And I think you'd be absolutely fine with that. Okay.
Heat perspective for you?
Probably a 2.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about a 1.5 to 2 for me. Obviously, a little bit out of practice, shall we say? So tolerance isn't what it was a couple of years ago. Yeah, definitely that little bite of the cayenne caught us both by surprise. I think you got the cough. I didn't quite, but very almost did.
So, leagueoffire.com, link down there. Pop along. He's got a few of the Byron Bay ones on there.
Yeah. The green jalapeno, that sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Nice green sauce and heavenly habanero as well. So it's worth checking those out as well. And also red cayenne.
Yeah. And spicy lemongrass and smoking mango chili sauce.
So there's a few there, but I think certainly from a quality perspective, you know, they're good sauces. So
definitely recommend them. Yeah. Anyway,
quite enough from us. Nicking your line
for now. Yeah. I forgot to do this last time. YouTube will tell you what you need to watch next up here. You can either do that or you can ignore that and just subscribe down here, so you get notified if you press the bell when our next video goes live.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Take care.
And we'll see you in the next one.